we've been talking about healthy heroes versus unhealthy heroes. We've been talking about whether you're relying on yourself to control your own life and your own choices, or you've been relying on outside to make choices or to influence you over much. We've also talked about blame and responsibility. One of the other aspects of human interaction and how you are as a person and inevitably how you are as a hero that I really want to talk about today is your personal boundaries. Fences, as Robert Frost has demonstrated in his poem, fences do make good neighbors. Fences also make good lovers, good spouses, good parents and children, good teachers, good co-workers, good bosses, and on and on. We all have to have, in order to truly be healthy, a sense of where I end and where the rest of the world begins. In order to have a true locus of control, we have to also have that sense of boundary, that personal boundary, that personal fence. This is my side, that's the rest of the world. Oftentimes, we forget how important it is to have boundaries. It's not something we're taught normally. Oftentimes, we are actually taught the opposite, that we have this magical control over others, or should, and that's part of not maintaining a personal boundary. If you, though, consciously make yourself aware of, that's where I end. I cannot, no, that's where I end. Okay. I can't be you. You can't be me. I can't take responsibility for your choices, just as you can't really, not logically, not really, not truly take responsibility for mine. I can't make you feel any certain way, just as, well, your actions may be likely to precipitate a specific reaction from me, and yet it still is my choice whether I react and how I react. Let's take this on instead of a negative sort of way. Let's look at this as far as when you bring me flowers, let's say, as a friend or perhaps as a suitor, you can hope, you're impinging on me, you can hope that I respond very pleasantly and positively to that. My response, however, still is my choice. It is up to me whether I say, what a great token of esteem, boy, that makes me feel real good, or perhaps I choose to say, I wonder what they broke. Now, come on, that's a little on the ridiculous side, and yet it happens so often. It is not truly ridiculous because it happens a lot. We do, though, this is the point of this, we do have that choice. We make that decision. You're impinging on me, but I make the decision of how I will perceive it and how I will react to it. And it is important for us to remember that that personal boundary means that I can't tell you what you're thinking. I can tell you what I think you might be thinking, but I can't truly walk inside your skin and say, you're thinking this. Just as you cannot truly walk inside my skin and say, you're thinking that. So that's another part of boundaries. It is, one, we have the boundary where we end and you begin as far as our own decisions and how much the world can decide things for us. Wall. The stronger the wall, the happier you'll be. But also that realization that another person can't know. And it truly can't. know everything that's going on. We can communicate to them through body language, sometimes very subtly, but even that is not the same as, I know you're hungry, I know you're cold, I know you're hot, out of the blue. You know, we are not built that way. We're not all attached at the roots that way. So we have to remember, personal boundaries must, in our awareness, become explicit, not implicit. We must remember to remain aware of our personal boundaries. Let's keep them from becoming a battlefield, because they can if we are not taking appropriate action to maintain them. We'll talk more later. See you then.